Grammar is considered to be very important, and regardless of language, its importance cannot be undermined. But when we learn grammar unconsciously, it is quite easy. But sometimes it happens that we cannot learn grammar unconsciously when the exposure to the language is limited, and it happens in case of English. There was a time when grammar is considered to be quite important in English, but in the contemporary generations, especially in the generations when communication skills comes into prominence, and instead of linguistic competence, we need to focus on communicative competence. But the truth is that when we need to have communicative competence, we need to have linguistic competence at the same time, because without linguistic competence we cannot develop communicative competence. So sometimes it happens that in spite of having linguistic competence, we may not have developed communicative competence, and we may not be able to transfer the knowledge of grammar into the real arena, or while we like to communicate, sometimes the grammar cannot be transferred to the communicative knowledge. So sometimes because of that, it is mentioned that there is no need of grammar, but the reality is that without grammar there cannot be any kind of writing. We cannot listen, we cannot speak, we cannot read, we cannot write. Grammar is inherent. It's a kind of rules that is embedded in every language. Whatever the language may be, it is there. So we cannot undermine it, because English is the language that we are learning. This is not the language that we are acquiring. This is the language we are learning. Our exposure to the language is quite limited. So we need to learn the grammar of English consciously when our exposure to the language is quite limited, especially for the students who are coming from the rural background, whose exposure to English is quite limited. They have studied English with the use of their mother tongue in the classroom, and in their case it is essential that they should learn grammar consciously on purpose, whatever may be the reasons. Because I know I am from the schools of Odia medium background, so I learn grammar consciously. But those who are brought up in a different sort of environment, who has the opportunity to get access to the wealth of knowledge in English, who are surrounded with a different sort of environment where English is a kind of language for the purpose of communications, that's a different matter. But when our access to English is limited, we need to grammar on purpose. So taking all these into considerations, I think I should teach grammar. I should make an online course on grammar from the very beginning to the end, and this course on grammar would be both in English and Odia, and I am thinking of whether I should make a Hindi versions of the grammar itself. yes, it's true that I may not be able to translate the grammar of English in its entirety into Odia or Hindi. Rather, it should be a kind of code mixing. There would be English and Odia or English and Hindi. So I should basically start with parts of speech, because in most of the cases grammar begins with parts of speech, and parts of speech is otherwise known as grammatical categories or grammatical class. So the parts of speech in English are classified into the following types. They are noun, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronoun, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections. Some includes even article and determinant. So this whole class, the whole class of these words are again divided into open class and closed class words. Generally, the entire class of the words or the entire words of the world are incorporated into these following types. So we have open class words and closed class words. Open class words are those words that can be open, and we can incorporate any words into this category, especially only because of these open class words. The bulkiness of dictionary is growing day by day. The bulkiness of dictionary is growing day by day, and at the same time every day new words are incorporated, and the number of words are reaching to the millions. So among this category we have noun, verb, adverb, adjectives, and they are otherwise known as the content words or dictionary words. We can get to the root of the meaning of all these words easily. If we know the meaning of these words, we can easily form a sentence. But when it comes to closed class words, they are limited in number, and their essence, their importance is much more than the open class words or the noun, verb, adverb and adjectives. Unless we know the usage of all those words, perhaps the need of language cannot be highlighted. In order to have mastery over the language, we need to learn how to use the usage, how to use the closed class of words, how to master their usage in different sentences, and how we can use them to have good effect in terms of dictionary words. So we need to learn open class words through the process of reading a lot of books. We can learn the closed class words which are otherwise known as the grammatical words or the functional words by its usage. They are closed. You cannot add on your own. They are limited in number. They are grammatical words. They have grammatical properties. So in which we need to learn them as well. Especially the better command over the grammatical class of words, the better command we can have on the language itself. So in this way we can have the grammatical class or the parts of speech, and in my next video I will start with noun, the parts of speech which is a part of the content words. I will deal with noun, its number, case, and what are the particular characteristics of the noun, how the traditional classifications of noun is considered to be a outmoded way of treating grammar, and how noun can be seen in a different way in the modern grammar. This is what I am going to deal with in my next video of my online course on English grammar.